So now we will learn what is mean by the component inside the React. So component is something which is called as a function. So app.js, in this particular, the file app.js is called as a component. If you consider on this, if you learn this particular, now it is a function. So app is a function. These are the import statements, and this is the export. We are exporting this function. Okay, so now this function returns something because it is returning the multiple lines. So we have kept that all the lines in a parenthesis. Okay, so we will first of all delete this particular return statement, and if I save this particular, and if I see the output, so it should affect this. So you can see that there is no output because it is returning literally nothing. This function is returning not anything. Okay, so basically the JavaScript function will return the JXX. Okay, so JavaScript XML code will be returned by this particular function. Suppose I will keep this within the h1 tag. If I put here the hello world, then I think there should be the output hello world. Okay, so it means that if I make some changes in app.js file in this particular function, if the function return type of this function is changed, then my output will also get changed. Now what if I want to return the paragraph also? Now I have written one h1 tag, and if I want to return the paragraph, and if I put here the lorem text, so it gives me the error. Okay, and if I check the output, so there is no output, compilation error is there. Okay, so the suggestion is also given, did you want a JSX fragment, means we have to kept all our JavaScript XML code within this particular fragments. See, the JavaScript XML elements must be wrapped in an enclosing tag. Okay, so we have to make some changes here. So we have to put all these particulars because we are returning the multiple HTML elements. So we should keep all these HTML elements within a single parent. Okay, they should share the similar parent of the h1, and the parent of this particular paragraph tag should be the same. Now it should work, so let's check it. Still we don't have any output because literally we are not returning anything, because in a JavaScript, as we change the line, then that line will be break. So the function will be executed, the return statement, there is nothing to return, and this code is not executed. Okay, as the line will break, the return statement will be completed, and it is okay statement, so this code will never be executed. So what I will do, I will keep this code within a brackets. Like this. Now it makes the sense. Okay, so because we are expanding our code over the multiple lines, so we have to keep that particular code return statements within a parenthesis. So now it makes the sense. So hello world, and this particular paragraph is there. So this way we can change the content of the app.js, we can change the JavaScript XML code, and we can have the output. So basically app.js is called as a big component. It is the biggest component in any of the React application. Now we don't require this particular CSS file and the SVG file, so I will delete it. So no output, no change in output. Okay, so this is how we can make some changes in a app component. Now we can create our own component also. Suppose I want to create my own component, so I have to click on this particular source file. I can create my own component also. So for that I will click on in a source folder. I will create one folder, and I will give this component as a demo component.js. So the demo component is created. So I can create the component using 3 different ways. So the first one is using the function. So for that there is a simple snippet, RFCE, okay, React functional export component. So this snippet will come. Now here you can see that it consists of the function. Okay, so functional component is created now. So I can change the content of this division tag, and I can create my own component. Okay, like suppose that I will create the h2 tag here or the h1 tag here, and I will write down functional component, and again the paragraph tag, and this is a functional component. Okay, now the component is created. Now I have to use that component demo, because it is exported as a demo component. So I can use this component in app.js. So for that I have to import that particular component here first of all. So import what? Demo component from demo component. So it is imported. Now I can use this demo component anywhere. Suppose after the paragraph I want to use this demo component. Now it is used as a HTML tag. Okay, so in React there is a rule that every HTML tag or the every component should be closed. So it is closed now. So let's see the output. So you can see that after the paragraph the content of the demo component is displayed. Now I can create the component. This is how we have created the component using the function. Now I will make it comment, so there should not be any output, or we should get the error. Now again I will create the component using the flat arrow function. So RAFCE, so React arrow function export. Now in a division I have only the demo component, so I will get that that output demo component here. Again I will use suppose h2 component, h2 heading. Okay, so this is a h2 tag, and if I write this is a arrow function, arrow function, and below that if I write some paragraph, lorem, and again if I write some horizontal rule tag. As I have mentioned, every tag should be closed. So in a HTML, horizontal tag do not have any closing tag, but in a React it should be closed. So let's check the related output here. So you can see that the heading is there, paragraph is there, and horizontal rule is there. So if I change the position of this demo component after the h1 tag here, after the hello world, so in output also I should get the hello world, and below that the arrow function. Okay, so this app component will decide when to call that particular component. So app component can contain the normal HTML tags and also the custom components also. So this is how the component is created using the arrow function. So basically the constant and the name of the variable and then the flat arrow function. Okay, so if we don't like to use this flat arrow function, the third way is to create using the class. So for the class, RCE is the snippet, and for that particular we are importing the React and then the component from the React library. Export the class demo component is exported, means this class is exported. This class is inheriting some properties from the content, so class extends the component. Then there is a render method, and this method is returning again the JavaScript XML code. So here I have to change say heading 3, smaller heading, class component. And then the paragraph, say the lorem, and then the heading, sorry, HR tag, and yes, component is used after the h1 tag. So let's see the output. So h1 tag, then the component, custom component, demo component, then it is created using the class, and then this. So whenever we create the class component, then in a class component, this is a JavaScript XML code. Basically something, whether it is a function component, arrow function, or the flat class component. So this function, arrow function or the class, is returning the JavaScript XML. So in case of the function, it is function is returning the JavaScript XML code. So in case of the class, the render function within the class will return the JavaScript XML code, because class is a collection of the methods now. So there is a one method which is called as a render, and the render method is returning the XML code. Okay, so like this. So this is how we can create the component in our React application, and we can use that component in a, we can export that component and we can use that component in app.js component. So app.js is the biggest component, and these are the custom components. So we can embedded our custom component within a big component, that is app component. So one component can be nested within the another component.